Alright guys, so what is intuition? And they say, follow your intuition, do what it is you feel that you need to do. Or, whatever it is they say. What is nursing intuition? Nursing intuition is, in a nutshell and never really defined, a gut feeling that a nurse gets about something that can or is going wrong with someone or a situation. Every now and then, and I used to work with a nurse who was very, very good at this, you get sort of a feeling. You pick up on some sort of clue. It could be spoken, it could be body language, it could be something like that. You pick up on some sort of clue that lets you know that something isn't right, or something isn't being told that needs to be told. I used to work with a nurse, as I said before. She was phenomenal at this. She could watch a telemetry strip and see one single weird little beat that no one else would have ever picked up on, ever, and then she'd be like, that patient right there needs a phone call to the doctor immediately. And then she would be right. Like, it could be something as little as that. It could be like a blood sugar like 2 points lower than what she thought it was going to be, and then all of a sudden she'd call the doctor and she was right about DKA or whatever it was that was going on with that patient. She had that ability, and she was only like 2 years older than me, so it's not even like she had 35 years of experience. She just had that gift. She had the gift of knowing in her gut something was wrong with these patients. I don't know how she did it that well, but she just did. I've come to learn these sort of things. I wasn't really born with this gift, as my colleague that I used to work with, she was born with that gift. She just had it from the word go. I've sort of kind of come to figure out ways to get my intuition skills higher. I'm still not the best at it, but it could be the way that a patient says one single word, or the way that their body language is when they say that word, or when they're talking about that sort of thing, that you understand there's an issue there that needs further exploring. Or if you are doing some sort of assessment, and maybe the area you're doing an assessment on, either, asking questions or physically looking at the patient, something sort of sets you wrong, and you're like, something about what they just said, or what, the way I just touched that, or the way that something needs more addressing with that thing. And it's hard to tell sometimes what it actually is. And then you go talk to your charge nurse or whatever it is, and you're like, I just have a feeling about that. And they'll be like, oh, it's your intuition kicking in, whatever it may be. I've had very many conversations with doctors where I'll say, hey, listen, I just don't feel that this is the right path, or I feel that maybe this is not going as well as the paperwork says. On paper it's one way, but really, it's another way, doc. I don't feel that this is actually the way it's going on, even though your paperwork, I say paperwork, everything's online anyway, or on the system now anyways. The way your paperwork looks, but the way that I just don't trust this. I don't feel this way about this. And the doctor will sometimes go with what you say. Sometimes they'll be like, all right, Chris, I have heard your point. I'm going to keep the path. And then you just kind of document what happened, or, if you don't have to document, you don't document what happened. Typically, you document everything. If you didn't document it, it didn't happen. But doctors also will have these same intuitions about different things that patients are going through, that maybe you come to them and you present something, and then the provider may say, Chris, I've heard your point, but, it's telling me inside you're wrong on this one and I'm right on this one. And at the end of the day, they sort of have the final say. And I've been in arguments with providers, not really like fist fight arguments, but, or heated exchanges either, not that at all, but sort of professional disagreements where I've been like, doc, I just don't feel this way. And then the doc will say, Chris, you're doing this because I feel this way. And I'll say, I feel that you're wrong. I understand you think that I feel wrong, but I'm correct because I'm the doctor. Not in a jerking manner like that. That sort of sounded like they were being jerks about it. But you got that intuition. You got that feeling, that gut feeling about something is just wrong or different or not going right. And then you should explore that. You should explore why you're feeling something is wrong. You should explore why something just sort of feels a little off about whatever it is that this patient has going on. Don't just pass it by, because it could be something major. May not be, but it could be something major. Could be something that needs further thinking about, or documentation on, or a provider needs to check this one thing out. Whatever it may be, be sure you always follow that nursing intuition. Make sure you always check it out. You don't want that to come back and bite you in the butt later. You want to go ahead and know that you did the right thing due to how you felt at that time. If you like this video, check this one out over here. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe over there. I hope it helps. Thank you much.